Are you good?
You seen the numbers counting down?
Yeah.
Now we're recording, man. My bad. I'm sorry. I told you I was cool.
Uh,
I'm sorry,
it's
man.
good.
Do you mind starting over? But first of all, I got to give you another introduction. I told you I was
All
kind
right.
of in a rush. This is last minute, but at the same time, once again, y'all welcome back to Lefty State of Mind. We got my guy Daniel Parker on the line. This is Lefty's Locker Room Conversations. Once again, man, I apologize, man. So
Hey yo, man, we all good, man. It's all good.
we're
Sometimes it's
gonna
part
jump
of the
right back
process.
into it. That's a fact. We're gonna jump right back into it, man. Yo, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your background. Where you from?
All right, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. You know what I mean? I grew up predominantly on the east side, and I come from a Christian household. In a poverty-stricken ghetto community area. You know, and within that, it was just me, my mom, and my older brother. Then I had another older brother and an older sister. My mom passed away. My older sister just passed away a couple years ago. But
Sorry to hear
we
that.
had a kind of strict set of morals in that house. But when we was outside the house, we was doing the street thing. Just like any other black child or black person in a predominantly poverty-stricken area. You know what I mean? Because we caught up with the influence that's more on the outside. The inside could be, mom's trying to keep you on the right, teach you peace. But it's hard when you go out them doors and the influence that is, surrounding you, that's governing the area and the communal aspects. Because it ain't too many guides in these areas that is trying to point the youth in the right direction at that time. There's more that you see now. It's more now, but at that time, it was so easy to get caught up with the trends of what's in your pocket, the trends of gotta make money fast, the trends of I gotta date her just because she looked good. I ain't really paying attention to her soul aspects of my spirit. You know what I mean? But that's just a little bit of my background, man. And to come into the understanding of divine consciousness and the divine movement that go back into Africa, that came a little bit later when I actually
All right,
linked back. All right,
don't jump in the one yet.
all
You go-
right.
We still got more questions. I'm gonna try to get into that. That's what you're here for. To
All
spread
right,
that type of knowledge to the people. So
all right, all right.
yo, outside of that, we gonna kind of speak on. First off, let's drop bombs for that one.
All right.
We gonna kind of speak on. He said, yo, like he said, man, I'll be talking the same thing to anybody that'll listen these days as far as how we need more leaders in the community. I don't care what's out there in the world because it's not so many and it's but so many. I'm talking about the ones that's in the community. That's what matters.
Yeah.
The worldly leaders, that was then, we had them, but I feel like they faded away. Right now we coming into like the more content creator leader type thing. You
Yeah.
got some leaders out there on on the media tip that really spread some knowledge, and then it is what it is. But we don't have nobody really out there on the front line no more, moving outside. So we gonna move on,
Yeah.
man. You kind of basically dug into my second question when you tell me about yourself. I was gonna ask you if you had any siblings and stuff like that. But any sports? Did you grow up doing any sports? Like what kind of recreation did y'all have growing up in Chicago?
You know, so it was more basketball, football, and then wrestling, and then martial arts later on. But in that really aspects of order, the ones that I pursued the most was football and martial arts. Those are the big two.
That's a
The
good
big two.
combination. That's a good
Yeah.
combination. Which one would you say is more vicious to the body? The martial arts or the football?
Football. You going to get hit. I don't care if you
If you get
offense
hit,
or defense. You got to get
what?
popped. During practice, you're
You
going to
know,
get popped.
you get with the martial arts too, offense or defense.
Yeah, it's different. If you swift enough and you can dodge enough, like I mean, you study the agility aspects, you can make it out of unscathed. Floyd Mayweather proved that. But I don't know one football player that don't get popped during practice or in the field. Like that's the
That's
real
a fact.
strain on the body for me.
Even though we kind of getting off subject, but even though I've done boxing, I gotta salute all MMA, all some type of martial artists fighters, because within my gym we had a boxing ring. This the when I
Mm-hmm.
first started off, we had a boxing ring, a wrestling ring, and we had the MMA mat on the side. So it was 3 rings in the gym, and we had hella
Ooh.
heavy bags in the gym. But every once in a while, the MMA fighters would come over there to our side and start kicking on the heavy bags and start doing what
Oh
they were doing.
yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll get a little intrigued and be like, yeah, let me feel one of those kicks to the leg just to see how hard it is. Pause. And they'll give me a light kick, and you'll actually in your mind be like, yo, if this was a real combat sport, don't break my damn leg.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
No,
that
for
serious.
real, for real, for real, for real.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
so tell me a little. I mean, so right now, currently, obviously, I met you. I met the guard on a work trip. We was both outside grinding, doing security,
Mm-hmm.
late night hours, man, graveyard shift, and the energies collided, man. Something told me to, ask his brother for his name. I don't know which one stopped each other, but once we did, man, we damn near we could have got fired the way we kept on stopping trying to talk to each other.
Yeah.
You
We kept,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
because hey, it's a difference when you meet a spirit that's like yours, that's real authentic, and we trying to do something that's on a relatable revolutionary temp that's real to reality. It's not fake. We was working 9 to 5s, creating a pathway for me, you, our family, and others to inspire them. So we at the ground level saying this is we on our way up, and to meet on that level and with knowledge intertwined with a pure heart and another pure heart and a brother. Oh yeah, we politicking all night. You know what I mean? We don't care what the boss say. You gonna let me go home early? Let me go home early because this is a rare occasion. This is a rare occasion.
Man, see, look, just like when we met the first time, I got a couple questions on this paper, but we're gonna keep drifting um off context because a lot of this needs to be said these days, man. I hooked up
Yeah.
with some bro- I hooked up with some brothers called New Era Detroit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
actually in 2023, well, was it? It was sometime between the times around the end of the 22 and 23. We was in the makings, kind of uniting, and there was a couple things they needed me to do in order, for them to, get the trust in me to move forward with them.
Yeah.
But a lot of things was going on around that time. The universe then came through, and I then somehow got back in contact with these guys, brothers and sisters, this year. But the thing is, let me tell you
Mm.
something. The thing is, it's very hard because they need from me. They got chapters everywhere. They got chapters in Detroit, Maryland, Chicago, everywhere. New Era, Chicago, New Era. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to start a chapel right here in Phoenix, Arizona. The thing is,
Yeah.
they need 5 people in order for me to make this happen. It's hard to find 5.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
hard,
bruh.
even
It no,
even though
it
I see a lot of people, this that, and third, and I'm trying to get them on board to join the revolution. And it's hard for them to even
mm-hmm.
do that. And even if they do, it's hard to try to get them to, meet up for these meetings or get them on these Zoom calls or meet up for, whatever
Wow.
task we have, meet up for whatever task we have for the day to go out into the community. So that's why I bring up the warriors from back in the days, like the Panthers and all the civil rights leaders that actually went in the field. These brothers and
Yeah,
sisters today are scared to go on the field.
bruh. I'm glad you touching on that. Please drop the bombs line because it's so factual. Because some people feel like they worry about their image in the pill, right? They feel like if I say this, then I'm scared of people going. Back then, people weren't fearing about what to be said because they ain't scared of no cancellation. Matter of fact, we already being canceled as a people because we being prevented from the keys of life. We being prevented from the real love aspects, the health aspects, the real warrior mentality. So a lot of people don't want to talk about these things because they're scared of what others gonna do or the repercussions that come with that. And it's a fact. There's a study that says it takes like 5 years just to meet someone that's genuinely authentic with the same direction that you trying to go in, brother. And it's
Mm.
real. It's real,
So
and that's
my
factual because you could drop all the knowledge to an individual. It could be your family. It could be someone that's talking similar like you. But unless they really want it in their soul, because some people think knowledge is just good like a song. It's just a song. It's good to hear it and put it down. But then there's people like me and you, like, hold on, I need ambition on this. This gotta go in somewhere to my devotion. This is my life. I'm touching on my destiny right now. I can't play with this. And when you find people like that, oh, they'll work with you. Y'all compromise. Y'all build. It can really execute. That's the time, man. It is a lot of scared souls. But it's up to
Uh,
people like you and me to just say, what's to be scared of? You see, I'm the same as you. What's to be scared of? And we we,
the,
we
thing,
be the example.
the thing is, that's a good one. The thing is, bouncing off of that is, my thing is, if we all know what's going on, if we're living in a time of information, they
Mm-hmm.
giving us, it's not hard to search for knowledge. If we know everything that we know now, at that time they didn't have all the tools that we have now, but they
Oh
all was
yeah.
on the same page. They all was on a one track mind, and they knew what they wanted to do moving forward. So with you saying all
Mm-hmm.
that, you know what you want to do.
Oh yeah.
I know what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the people don't want to jump on board, don't want to jump ship. When Martin and
You,
Malcolm was telling these motherfuckers to jump ship, to boycott, to not do this, to turn the face, you know what I'm saying, to fight back, what was they doing?
mm-hmm.
They jumped ship. It was a million man marches everywhere. We was
Bruh,
together.
man, I just watched the clip of the Black Panthers movies from the 90s when they was in California and the police came to them and said, hey, you not allowed to do this. They said, no, we have the right to bear arms to protect ourselves from you. He said, is it loaded? He said, it is now. The police told the people, everybody else, go inside your house. He said, you ain't got to go nowhere. California state law says you have the right to be in the perimeter of anyone 10 feet away. We are
Shouts
10
out to
feet
Huey P.
away.
Newton.
That's
Shouts
the
out to Huey
Black
P. Newton.
Panthers. He'll P, man.
Shouts out to
Ain't no
Bobby
play.
Seale.
Bobby Seale.
Shouts out to the Black Panthers, man. Let me
You
tell you
already
something.
know,
And
man.
that's what they scared of. That one scene right there. Let me tell you something. That one scene right there, bro. What them officers did when they stood on all 10 toes, they knew the law, broke
Mm-hmm.
down the whole rules to them. What did them officers do? They turned their ass around, got their ass in their car, and kept it moving,
Woo!
right?
Point blank, period.
So,
United
so,
as a collective with one mind and one goal. And we know who we are. We know the
so they
laws. We know
showed,
your
they,
laws.
exactly, they showed us the blueprint right there. As long as you know the laws, you're not scared, you're fearless, you know what I'm saying? And we come together, just like they came together, 1,000,001 against these people the
Yeah,
names we don't speak of. It's over with. They scared.
they scared.
Another example. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to go off the subject.
No,
Another
no, go
example is
ahead, go ahead.
another example is outside of you know Dr. King, being at this is Black History Month, we're gonna speak on it. When
Yeah.
Dr. King was saying boycott, and they refused to ride buses or they refused to do this to the third. You know why they changed them laws? Because
Oh,
it
oh
was
yeah.
affecting
Mm-hmm.
it was affecting pockets.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you're affecting pockets, they're gonna step in line. Look what happened this year, or I mean the end of last year when this guy said that he was gonna stop all his truckers from coming into the world and delivering their stuff from Canada and anywhere else.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It
See?
was a until they said, you know what, we're gonna give you people what y'all want.
Bruh, I'm glad you touching on this. Just to bounce off that a little bit more. That's why they promote the fear factor so heavy. That's why they highlight when a one that is like a rebel conscious, a God conscious that's moving out there to try to rebelize the people and join us together. When he fall, they want to put it out to show so much to say, don't y'all do this. This could be you. But see, that person fall because he alone. Back then, they was together. They was together. They thought twice before just moving in on one of them. They thought twice. They said, hold
Yeah.
on, we got to get real strategy. We might have to get the National Guard. We might have to get the Army.
Oh,
Yo,
not only that, and not only that, the times that we speaking on right now, this was, I mean, drugs always been around, but this was pre-epidemic drugs, pre before they was,
mm-hmm.
getting straight up crazy and doing all of the strange things. So the mind was sharp, the brain was very sharp. They
Mm-hmm.
was now, fast forward, once they start showing how great they was, and they started, killing all the guards off, that's when they try to make it seem like we put the epidemic in the neighborhoods. But that's when they
No,
threw it out there that didn't mind. And then they started
yo,
the divide and conquer. And then they started
yeah.
it all came full circle. And then now we got what we got here today. The reason why we can't unite from the divide and conquer, and a lot of other things.
Oh yeah, bruh. That's why I was talking to this sister that actually used to be a police officer, and she said it out their mouth verbatim. They teach them the history of police officer about our people, how they knowingly put the coke out and the dope in the 80s to disband the social movement that was uprising from our communities and actually causing Caucasians to take heed to what we saying and say, hey, I will fight with them and join their cause because it makes sense in the direction that once we shed light of the supremacy that they was putting on us, it's like y'all being under the same system too. They actually, it's affecting you too. They had to halt that because our movements wake up the world. They don't want the
Oh yeah.
world woken up. That's why I think it was in the 80s. Chinese government said it's vital that the black man get on this too. We see what is going on over there in America. They don't want to. They don't want to show that. Just
And
China
that is
taking
why and
notice.
that is why America said they were after they killed off all the greats, that's why they said there will never be another black messiah.
Oh yeah, J. Edgar
Has it ever
Hoover.
been?
No, no. They
We're not
they
going to
they
talk about
was.
that now.
Oh
We're
yeah,
not going to talk
they.
about that. That's not
Woo.
what they want. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Time out the two calls. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. They don't want to
Ooh,
do it.
they
They do
don't
not
want
want
to
to
do
do it.
that.
Listen, this is not the type of talk that they want. They ban guys
No.
like me off of YouTube or for whatever, Spotify, whatever, because this is what they hide. Yeah, hold on. This is
Yeah.
that type of
Oh,
money right here.
facts.
Hold on.
And
We're not going to talk about what they want us to talk about and what they give us in the narrative. We're not talking about Harriet Tubman.
nah,
We're not
it's
talking about
over.
Martin Luther King. We're not talking
Nah,
about I'm not a peacemaker. I'm cut from the Black Panther. I'm cut from the Black Panther circuit. I'm a film NIGG. You know what else?
yo, yeah, bruh.
I'm not a house
It,
NIG. I'm in the field. I'm one of those. I rebuke everything that I'm one of those. I forgot the word, but I'm running. You don't have to catch me.
nah, facts,
So,
facts.
so listen, man. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you said that because listen, man. I'm tired of. I got 3 boys. I'm tired of
Mm-hmm.
them pushing the narrative on who they think they should, praise on these type of holidays or who they think they should learn about, and they always start in history from one standpoint, and that's slavery. But we ain't even gonna go there. I hate when they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
start from
yeah.
right there. Like we wasn't great in the 1300s, 14,
Mm-hmm.
1500s, 1920s. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
1930s
yeah,
on down.
facts.
Like it just started right there. So, yo, have you ever thought about to yourself? And I love Malcolm X, man. Have you ever thought to
Mm-hmm.
yourself why? Uh, Martin got a holiday, and all these other guys got holidays, but they never
Yeah,
pay homage to Malcolm. They
they
don't have a
fell.
holiday for Malcolm.
They fell in line with the submissive agenda that they was trying to use to suppress our people from moving in the warrior direction. They want you in the bow head and turn your cheek. Like you smack me, I'll do nothing. They want us to hit that scripture manipulation where if your masters that whoop you, you supposed to love them. This person hate me. What? Love what? They don't want you to really touch on the scriptures where it says, "Oh yeah, I'm bred for war against all evil." Everything
And
that's of light. Yeah,
what
for real.
they was doing then is no different what they was doing now. The only thing is now we got
No
social
difference.
media. Listen,
That's it.
as far as they was canceling Martin Luther King then. They was canceling Malcolm and them then.
Yeah.
Anybody that speak truth now, look what's going on. What they call us? Get rid of the woke. So now that they
Yeah.
see all the people spreading knowledge on TikTok and Instagram and just getting through to certain people and it's resonating, they want to get rid
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Oh
They
yeah,
want to
oh yeah.
now it's
They
get rid of the woke.
they want to censor it because
You
you go
told me
on
that you want me to
TikTok,
be
you go on TikTok, you see all stages of consciousness getting exposed. I'm talking about certain phenomena, UFO, werewolf, conscious black, real black history of victories that we won or how they came into power. I mean, all of it's being flooded out, and they're like,
but
hold on,
listen,
gotta censor this. Mhm.
listen to
Mhm.
this. The ones that was exposing the truth then, what happened? They got killed in cancer, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Ones that's exposing the truth now, what they trying to do? What they do? Put them in jail, Rashad Jamal.
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? They
Facts.
put them in jail. They cancel the cancel the channel. You know what I'm saying? They got the feds watching them. It's no different
Yep.
from then. That's going on now. That's what I'm trying to get these people to wake up and
Yeah,
look. You know,
it's the same thing. It goes into COINTELPRO. It's to
Mhm.
prevent the movement and the rise of us to even have something that is peaceful and that flourish. Because when we get things, man, we are people of peace. You know what I mean? Even though we study war, we not warmongers. We not that. That's not our roots. Well, I don't have to come and conquer you if we good. Now, if you come and conquer me, you invade my home, my space, and then that's your end. But point blank period. Other than that, we got peace. Come on, my brother. Mikasa Sukasa, they don't operate by the same agenda. They don't. Because they have shown that time and time and time again since the origin of time. Since the origin of time. That's been
Let
their
me ask you a
same.
question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. And you speaking nothing but facts. But listen, man. Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Why, and I'm gonna just say allegedly because I don't want them to cancel me, my channel, or nothing like this. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, 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 yeah.
why when we speak facts, we gotta say allegedly. We gotta bite down on what we saying. F that.
You,
That's not
you,
me. I'm gonna just go off and just say what I feel because it is what it is. Shout out to Cam.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
You,
I
you
look,
see,
I
you
look.
see,
But
you see Candace Owens, the moment she tried to really speak, canceled her. Canceled the channel, everything, took it down. You're anti-Semitic. That was the first thing they said. And she asked a simple question. Matter of fact, she just brought up a Bible verse. That's anti-Semitic. What? How is this anti-Semitic? This is a book that the government has produced since the early 1900s. The original King James version. I can't quote one of these. Dr. Sabi opened it up in court. Since we swearing over it, you don't mind if I open it, do you?
when I was growing
You
up, when I was growing up,
mm-hmm.
I lived all through New York, but it was a certain neighborhood that I moved to that was nothing but Spanish and Latinos. I'm talking about my
Whoa.
school. My school had nothing but Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Italians, anything but us type thing. The neighborhood I lived in
Mm-hmm.
was Richmond, Queens at this time, early 2000s. School PS 68. On my block, we was the only black family. Around the corner from us,
Wow.
shouts out to Shay Wan. She was the only, I met her in school. She was the only black family around the corner from us. My sisters,
Whoa.
we would get into a lot of fights. Not even me for real. It's really my older sister. Rest in peace to my older sister.
Mm.
She would get into a lot of fights because she was older, and she would hear all the racial slurs. I would hear it too when I was growing up in the classrooms. But I say that to say, some of the racial slurs would be like, "Go back to your country. Why don't you go back to Africa?
Yeah.
African, stuff of that nature." But look how the universe is working. Look how
Yeah.
the table is
Look.
turning. Who's getting sent back to their country? Who are they
That
searching
part.
for? Who is ICE showing up to all these jobs, showing up to apartments? They're not coming to get
Bruh.
us.
Nah.
Who's coming?
Bruh. I just was I walked past Kane's Chicken the other day. ICE was up in there grabbing people out. Hey yo, you illegal. You going, you getting
Hold
deported.
on. Please explain to the people, because we talking like it's just me and you. Please explain to the people, where was this at?
ICE right here on 50th and McDowell. Right here, 50th
Arizona?
Ave.
In Phoenix,
McDowell.
Arizona?
Phoenix, Arizona. Right here. 50th Ave and McDowell. Right here, Kane's Chicken. People know what I'm talking about at. In the area where Food City and the Burger King at was right over there dragging people out. This was just 2 days ago, bruh. 2
Wow.
days ago, brother. I'm telling you. They,
Wow.
but it's crazy because when we paid when we look at it, they say, yeah, go on back to Africa. Now look what that has spawned. Look what see these words they were saying it, but they don't really mean it. They don't really mean it because who built the
They
country?
know the truth.
Who built this country?
They know who's really belongs here. This is why
Uh-huh.
now they asking us for help. They want us to start doing peace
Yeah.
walks and fucking protesting and shit for them.
Nah.
No, because
Hey.
we're not doing that. We're not
yo,
doing
yo,
that.
yo, 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 check this out. Have you start to notice that for the last 3 years, why all the jobs been hiring, many jobs saying, hey, yo, we hiring here, whether it's restaurant, warehouse, hospital, even certain police ads, we need police, we understaffed. Why? 2019, it was a report. They ain't updated it since. If they
Right.
did, it's a false one. 2019, over 30 million United States citizens had left. 20 being brothers and sisters. 20 million being brothers and sisters. Of course, all facts. And we can see where they're going. You see the update where they at in the motherland. 54 countries in Africa. People are picking countries and saying,
Look, I still got questions.
ooh,
I got two
my
questions.
bad.
But
My
yo,
bad.
this is how deep me and the God get whenever we
When
link
we
up.
talk,
And yo, when we have these type of conversations, yo, don't think that you crazy when you talk to other people and it's not resonating with them. They look at you like you funny or you're a conspiracy theorist or not. Nah, they just not ready
yeah,
yet. You just gotta
you just
hold the
ain't ready yet.
conversations for brothers
Yeah,
like
ain't
this.
ready. Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So man, so my thing is going back to that is like you see how God worked. Basically it was go back to your country, this, that, and the third. But no, we not gonna speak on Africa. You know why? Because I wasn't born and raised in Africa. That must be what that may be what my ancestors was. But we speaking on America. Hold on.
Facts.
We speaking on America. I'm talking
Facts.
about all the blacks that's in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they running to go get? If we not from this country and we don't belong here, why we wasn't the first target?
Bingo. Bingo. Ooh.
We know the truth. We know
it.
I'm not gonna go too far, but we know the truth. They know the truth. So now
They know the truth.
So we gonna just leave it at that. And we can have a part two of this and some free time to talk about that. But right now we here for you right now, man. So
yo, facts.
y'all got some more questions, man. What made you come to AZ? Like what made you move here?
So
Arizona.
after me and my brother and the DJ, we did 2 tours in California. We ended up getting signed to Wu-Tang Clan under management contract. Shouts out to Vega Don. Yeah, shouts out to Vega Don. And at that time, once we kind of like inked that, they kind of hit us with like, word to the wise. 60K ain't enough to live in California, not even 100K. Take your little bag and go on to Phoenix, Arizona. That's what we did, man. Wise man heed the words of the wise, and that's what I did, and that's how I ended up. And it was just literally I was feeling it in my soul already. It's like, dang, man, I don't think I could be in California anymore longer, man. I need to be somewhere where I can actually have a financial stability chance because a part of me was already had other goals of line that was outside of music, but with the music. And I was like, financially, you can't do nothing if you don't got the finances to back it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so I said, let me go ahead and just set myself in the place where I know it's financially stable, but I don't want to go all the way back to the Midwest. I don't want to go to Indianapolis. I don't want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Detroit. No offense, it's cold. I don't like being. Once I got a taste of that good warm weather, that tropical weather, I ain't going back. It's over. So you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going.
Was it a culture shock once you made that transition from Chicago to the West Coast, like Cali, Arizona areas?
No, so it actually went from Indianapolis to the West Coast. We went back to Indianapolis for a period of time, but I would definitely say because the mentality of people in California. Some people say California is gang life. It ain't just that, nah, man. The people are cool. They real. They up front and they very chill vibe. The East Coast It's the concrete jungle, so the personalities kind of match that because it's the environment they in. But over there, it's chill. It's very, very chill and more relaxed. And they woke too. They woke, and people have. It was crazy in California. Everybody's trying to do something. Everybody got to hustle. It ain't like that on the Midwest. Some people just continue the 9 to 5. Nah, some people like they ain't asking you about your 9 to 5. No, what you do. If you say I work at, Harold's Chicken or something like that, I'm like, no, what you do. I'm
Exactly.
like, oh, the conversation strike different there. Yeah, nah, that was a reality check for me, bro.
Right. Um. Basically, like, what was the motivation? Like, what was the motivation to isolate and move where it was no family? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the tip that I came out here on. I had no family, no friends, just straight me and my
Ooh,
son. So what was the motivation to just isolate and just step out on faith and come to a place with no family, no friends, and just start from scratch as a man?
man, it's almost the Abraham effect. You know what I mean? It's like the Abraham when the Most High spoke to Abraham. I'll make you wander from your mother and your father's house. It's crazy. The wander is I'm seeking something greater. That's what's being presented in front of me. That's what
Mm,
it was. I know there's more than life than these four walls, this job, than this normal surrounding, this area. There's more to it, and I probably need to see that to discover who I am as a man. Point blank, period.
right.
Because I can't get too comfortable without exploring. A part of exploring is just not going in the book and knowing the wisdom. You must actually step out of your comfort zone. That's when you're gonna really figure out who you are. When you don't got that support factor and you know it's you and the most high, and you gotta build off that zeal that's inside of you. Either you're gonna figure out if you have it or you don't. And that's what it was. It was to go see and also figure out me as a man. Can I actually really do this? It was me and my little brother. For real,
Yep.
for real.
Let me tell you something, man.
Mm.
When I was in New York, I did whatever I did, my ones and twos, but I never in my life got on my feet as fast as I did when I came here. Why? Because I
Bruh.
had no family, no friends, just me and my son. It was just straight grind and go time. Straight get a job,
Wow.
find a daycare, and that's it. And then just that was it. And that shit, I got all that within. I'm talking about my own place to stay. Just got myself together within the first 3 months I was here. Got a job within the
Well,
first week.
I'm glad
You know
you
what I'm
said
saying?
that, but because it says that, that when a man or a woman, it could be whoever, step out of their comfort zone and they actually put themselves to the test, and you put yourself in a zone where it's hot, the back is against your wall. I gotta move. If I don't shake, it's ugly. Like the concrete, sleeping on the concrete is my future. I can't have that. So it causes something to come out of you. It puts you in a certain kind of zeal, courageous, ambition. I'm talking about a rigorous mode where it's like, dang, I gotta build myself up. And especially if you got shorty, you got kids. Oh yeah, like this is before I had kids. I got a wife. It's crazy that you say about Arizona. I come to Arizona, I get so stable, financially stable. I never been this way. Even when I signed that little deal, never got a wife, 2 kids. It's like there's something in the water in AZ. You know what I mean? I've been around a few places. Come here, I've never been so stable in
And,
my life.
and they're not scared to share the money. They spread love.
Bruh,
They're not scared
nah,
to
yeah,
they're not scared to share the money here. And
this the most,
you don't have to back home. Let me turn this down. Back home,
yeah,
you gotta damn near kill yourself to make ends meet. You barely home. You
bruh,
can't even enjoy your house. You
yeah,
at
no
work,
facts.
damn near you barely can enjoy the crib. So
Yo,
now I come here and I realize I don't have to work my ass off. I can work and still know how to. I can still relax, have a balance. You know what I'm saying?
that's
There's
why
more
you get to
balance.
do this. That's why you get to
That's a
do this.
fact.
What you doing?
Exactly. And salute to you for making that transition and stepping out on faith. And sometimes you lead guys like me and you lead by example. You got people from
Yeah,
back home or wherever at looking at how we moving, where we at, how we prospering, and sometimes they may ask you, "Yo, how the hell do you do it?" It's not a thing of me telling you how to do it. It's about you just doing
doing it. It's
it.
it's not rocket science. It's like if you really want it, yo, you go out there, go see. Don't be scared. Don't give it to your family's opinion. Don't give it to anybody's negative opinion. Like for real, if you feel it, Because it says that truth resonates in the soul first. The thoughts of it come from the heart first. You feel it right here, and I need to do it. And you could tell, like the writings on the wall. You seeing the signs around your life everywhere you go. Do it. You ain't gonna regret it. Look, make sure you strong enough right here. Cause I seen people like make the transition with little to no money, like $30 in their pocket. Next year later, they got 10 times, 20 times that, 20 times. And they said, "Yo, the only thing you did was take faith, man. Really believing in myself, like for
Man,
real."
let me tell you something. I could put my man on this line right now, and he'll tell you. Was it last year around this time, early in the year? Yo, I had a little situation go on. Literally, I had $100 to my name because I paid for my own flight to get wherever I was going to the Carolinas to
Hmm.
Raleigh, right? I didn't know what I was doing, how I was going to do it, but something had happened in Arizona to where I said, you know what? FAZ, I'm tired of this shit. I'm ready to go. So I
Mm.
go home first. I go to Carolinas, go check my man, $100 in my pocket. I said, you know what? I go online off the strength of me knowing what I remember in AZ. They had the apps on your phone where you can find
Talk about
jobs.
talk about like quick and
Variable, shift
variable with
smart,
no
shit like that,
look,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
oh
said, you know what?
yeah.
Let me see what they got out here in North Carolina. Sure enough, they had it there in North Carolina. I got a job literally one day of me stepping off the plane and being there. If I'm
Bruh,
lying, I'm lying. So boom.
bruh.
So now I get on that job. They fuck with me. So now I'm working. Now that's damn near my job while I'm there. So in my mind, I just went there for healing to go meet my mans for healing. I get
Yeah.
on that job. Now I'm damn near working there. I end up staying at his crib for damn near 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
What?
My man, you need friends like this. I go around his family all the time for healing.
Yeah, yeah.
Certain times of the year. So long story short, from there I said, you know what? I'm cramping. I'm staying. I didn't stay a little bit too long. It's time for me to get the hell on out of here. I didn't know where I was going,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going back to Arizona. So you know what? I bought a Chinese bus ticket and went straight to New York. Didn't know where I was going, how, you know what I'm saying? Took whatever money I had
Wow.
from variable and I left. Called my other
Mm-hmm.
man. Shouts out the banks. Crown Heights, stand up, man.
Yo.
I said, yo, I'm on the bus. I don't know where I'm going, but I just need somewhere to lay my head. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is a whole other story, but I'm going to keep it short. I said, yo,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just need
yeah.
yeah, that's it. He said, yo, pull up. I pulled up, made 2 phone calls, had another motherfucking job within 24 hours.
Bruh.
Now I'm home. That's God.
Yeah, you
Now, you
moving on faith.
know
You
what I'm
moving
saying?
on faith. And the
From
faith,
there,
and you know what? The faith is the best way that the Most High will bless you because you proving that, hey, yo, no matter what's in front of me, I trust you, so I'm going to go ahead and move. You moving
yeah,
off a spirit that you feel in you. And it's
yep.
always going to be set up for you to succeed. It's always going to be set up for you to succeed.
In those jobs, the reason why I was able to get it so fast is because, remind you, this is home and I've done security already. So I just had to get back on the phone with the security, you know what I'm saying, team and be like, look, I'm here. So now they put me
Yeah.
on. My man blessed me with a spot to rest my head for a minute. Now I got my own spot within 2 months of being there. I wasn't even planning on living in. But as a man, you need your own space. Of course, he has a family, you know what I'm saying? So this, I just want to tell people, stop living in fear. Just step
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? Save a little bit of coins. Don't matter how much money you got. Just save a little bit, enough for you to eat, and get a hotel room or something, and get out there. That's it. Yo, you ever seen Juice?
When you, oh, yeah,
You ever
that,
seen Juice?
man, all
You
time
know Big Stan?
classic.
This is my favorite
Yes.
word right here. This nigga scared. These niggas scared.
That's
You know what
my
I'm saying?
guy. Yeah. No,
Yo,
for real, for real. For real,
yo, I
man.
want to give you some more, but I got a couple more questions for you, and then you know what I'm saying. I know you got, you know what I'm saying. You got time on this. A nice, beautiful Saturday, man.
All right.
So yo, at what point did you gain knowledge in the mindset that you got now, that you have now? At what point in your life
Age,
did you? What point in your life?
age of 22, man, going over my auntie house, and it was an auntie I hadn't seen in like 8 years, and she said, "Yo, do you know who you are? Do you know who we are as a people?" And I'm talking about they put it on my head, like for real, like they just said, "This is the Illuminati." That's a little segue. This is Dr. Sabi, a segue. This is Israelites, segue. This is Africa, like not just know this is. detailed showings, clips, watching, divine study, African tribes. Know it. This, that, like it really just started opening me up. So I started even looking at everything that I was around. It's just like, the Morpheus and Neo effect. He take him in that white room, said, sit down, this is the real world. It was like that. I was like, yo, and it just hit me deep, and I made a choice. And the woman I was with at the time, this is the Most High God will speak to certain people. She said,
Mm,
"Hey, yo, I don't think I'ma really go and pursue this, even though I know it's right. But I feel like it's your calling." At the
mm,
time where I was even kind of shaky with it in my head, she said, "I feel like you wrestle with it because you know it's so true. You gotta do what is for you." I was like, "Yo, me and her ain't even together today.
right.
Don't even talk like that, bruh, man." And yo, I did it, man. I just
Yo,
kept going over
and
my
that's
auntie
facts.
house.
That's
Hmm.
facts. And on every man's journey, every man need to walk alone on his journey to get where he need
Hmm.
to. But at the same
Yeah, no
time,
facts.
within that journey, we do need that spiritual background, that spiritual backbone, which is whatever queen you decide to set up with, because at the same time she can either make or break you mentally.
Yeah,
And
man,
that's what we
man.
have as a people, our mental and our able body. Once that's broken, you can't
Hmm.
function. How you gonna provide if you can't, you know what I'm saying? So that's very important on choosing who you have
Oh,
on your journey.
if a
You
brother
know what I'm
chooses
saying?
the right, a brother, a brother chooses the right sister. Hey, yo, it even says in the scriptures, it said, "He who findeth the wife find a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord." That means you get favor. And when you break that down in ancient context, that means a lot of things you do is gonna be blessed and magnified. If you feel like when you get the right woman, people like, I feel like I could do anything. You get the right one. And I mean,
Yep.
she supports you. She keep it real with you, even when it hurt. That's real love. And she want to see you on the right path. She want to see you at your healthiest, at your mental strong. Want to remove your sorrow, and you do the same thing from her. And you show her you the real protector and the real provider, bruh. It's only up. It's only up. It's only up. I speak that from that because I live it now. That's what I live. And
Listen,
this
listen,
is,
listen.
yeah.
Listen. I didn't anything that I was doing pre-kids was child's play. I didn't overstand a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things. Now, it took me to have kids to understand it's very important what female you have in your presence as a man.
Ooh.
Listen, man, that's very important.
Ooh.
It
Yes.
took me to have kids to understand how very important it is to have of who you have in your company, whether you're on your journey or just being a man mentally or just in your mental space. Period. Until I
Yeah.
had kids.
Facts.
The reason why I say that is because all the OGs, whether it's uncles, fathers, cousins, brothers, all the OGs will tell you everything that you need to know beforehand, before you have kids, even while you're
Mm-hmm.
dating, whatever age you're at. But it's not receiving. It's gonna take you to either move in with one, marry, or have kids by one for you to fully understand what they're talking about. And
The
then
facts.
and
Facts.
then that's when you as a man gonna go on your journey. You're gonna walk alone because you understand yourself and what it takes to get to where you really need to go. Until then, it's child's play.
No,
My
facts. Cause and you know what? And I feel like in your childhood, it plays a vital, like you said, for your kids, to our kids, for them to see you with the right one. In our childhood, for me, my mom and my father lived in separate homes. So I never really got to see what it's like for a man and woman to really be in cohesiveness, working, compromising, unity, uplifting each other. I seen them kind of like get into it too much. And then they would have on and off partners in their life. So that was my pattern for a minute. Whoever my mom chose, whoever my father chose, on and off, on and off. But it took me in my mid 20s to really see, like, hold on, you can end up alone like that. I need to really seek out. Hey, yo, hold on. I need to learn how to love myself and actually learn how to love a woman, the right type of woman that really wants that type of love, and be patient with her, and she will be patient with me. And that's what really led me. It was only 2 more women I dated after that, made it to my wife.
Let me tell you something. Same background for me when it comes to on the mom and father side, right? But I was
Mm-hmm.
blessed to have grandparents from the South.
Ooh.
I'm not talking about the grandparents.
Ooh.
I'm talking about grandparents from Mississippi that was born in the 40s. So it's like I was able to see that side that you speaking on, and I was able to see real love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From both sides, as far as my grandmother, and my grandfather. I was able to see how a woman is supposed to love a man, whether she got an
Mm-hmm.
attitude or whether with good or bad terms. I was able to see how you're supposed to love a man from a woman's terms, from my grandmother's side. I was able to see how a man is
Mm.
a woman from my grandfather's side. Why I say that is because at their age, they argue like cats and dogs.
No, for real.
That didn't stop my grandfather from taking my grandmother to her doctor's appointments. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Ooh, facts.
That didn't stop my grandmother from still cooking him breakfast in the morning or making sure food was done after he came home from work from doing some mechanic shit all day, or maybe coming back from a fishing trip. That food was in the microwave, in the oven, in the fridge, or on the counter waiting for his ass every day of his life that I've known from being around him.
Wow.
That didn't stop her from
Facts.
washing clothes on every Sunday. That didn't stop her from doing her just womanly job. That didn't stop my grandfather from just doing, you know what I'm saying, just doing whatever he did. So I'm just saying that to say these days, let a woman catch an attitude with you. You're not eating at all.
No, oh yeah.
You're not eating tonight.
Oh,
You're not getting
you
clothes
go.
on. You're going to work hungry. You know what I'm saying?
the brother going on a hunger strike. He don't even know it.
You know,
Facts.
so that's
Facts. Facts.
you know, some of us is blessed to see real love. So with that being said, we still got men out here that know what it look like, feel like, and you know what real food tastes like. So you know when you meet brothers like us, you coming across some guys that know how to treat a woman or actually seen it and come from
Yeah.
a
Come from a
foundation,
foundation. Yeah.
a background.
And I'm gonna say this, man. Shouts out to Auntie, man, and her daughters, man. Bruh, at the age of 22, they was the ones that really said, "Hey, oh, you need to learn how to appreciate a woman, a
That's
one
correct.
that actually wants to do right in her life." They said a woman that actually has respect for herself. That she said, I ain't talking about one that just says it. She said you could see it from a mile away. You could see the glow. You can see the confidence. You can see the patience, the kindness. She said, there go your wife right there. She said, it's by the spirit. She said, it's by the spirit. She said, I know you're gonna look at the flesh a little bit, but look by the spirit. And I used to think like, man, you tripping. But she was right.
No,
She
that
was
is fact.
right.
It's fact. Let me tell you something. Like I said, anything before I had kids, it was child's play. I was just going
The
for
child play,
looks.
yeah.
I was going for looks. Oh, she look good. Oh, she got the fatty. Oh, she whoop de whoop.
Mm-hmm.
You said the old folks told me, yo, them looks gonna wear out. They would
It,
the
it
way
wears out.
they would explain to me, oh, you know, just it's what's in here, what's in their heart. But you know, it's context behind that. It's not how you look,
Mm-hmm.
it's how they make you feel. It's how they treat you. It's how, you know,
How
on
they
good and bad days, are they still gonna you know, be everything that they signed up to be? You know what I'm saying?
point
That's
blank
what it's
period. They
about.
ain't gonna change. They're not
That's what
gonna
it's about.
change.
That's a fact. So,
They're
you
not
know,
gonna change, bruh.
that
And it's so kind of messed up and backwards right now. Cause I talk to young women and young men, and I ask them, "Yo, can you tell me a definition of love?" Bruh, they'll start naming materialistic things. I said, "But what happens if you lose your materialistic?" Not saying, not God forbid you lose your stuff. But I said, one time you break your leg or something, you can't provide for yourself. I said, what type of woman do you want? I asked the women, what type of man do you want? I know you like the cars and the house and you want the
hold on,
lavish things.
keep
Yeah.
going, keep going.
No, you like the cars and the house and the lavish things. But I said, are you looking at the man's character, the integrity of his heart, the courage and ambition? Do you like who he is when he's not around you? Because most women like when I just like how he treat me. But you don't care how he treat everybody else. The dope that he's selling in the community, all that don't matter to you because that has nothing to do with you. If he messing us up, and I said, do you like the moralistics of the man? We name it everything but the physical. We name it actions and attributes that creates a whole character. And that's do you like the character of the individual? Same thing to the brother. Do you like the character of the woman? Is she so concerned with your money where it's just when that's gone, she gone? Or is it so much about lustful introduction that after that introduction is over, ain't no more with y'all? It's done. The bed is cold. You have to look at the soul dynamic of the character, really love who they are and how true they are to you and everybody else, because they can't do you right, they go do everybody else wrong. It says a person that has good morals and a good character, they be like you. I could call up many people because I'm good with them, because I've been good. I sowed some righteous seeds in my life. Same thing, I could call up a lot of people in my life. Hey, yo, what's up, L? What's up, Daniel? Hey, yo, my brother, you welcome here anytime. Same thing here. Because of the character. The character. People gotta want to love the person's character. Cause, hey, bruh, I'm gonna let you know something, man. Me and my bro, we got some music. Oh yeah.
People don't got character these days. They're in character these days.
Oh yeah. They ain't character with somebody else. They ain't character with somebody else. Oh yeah. Yeah. All the women prior to my wife, maybe one or two I might have messed up. That could have been a thing. But most of them will look at somebody else's life. I want that. We want to be like them. Do you even know them? That's social media. They meant to put on the face every time you see them. Do you know who they are in the inner workings of their life? Our life ain't their life. We got to build our own. We got to really understand the dynamics and cherish what is of us. First. It's nothing wrong with looking at somebody and say, yo, that looks nice. But nah, really want to actually sharpen that and be who y'all are and true in your own reality. Because if you too busy trying to mimic somebody else's reality, you living in their shoes. You living in but you don't know if they true or false.
That's why it's a lot of depression going on and this so-called mental health stuff going on these days because people go online and think that, oh, this person is living this type of lifestyle, not knowing that these are just moments. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they're really going through once they turn that camera off. It's illusions. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so you know,
there's a Netflix movie called the Social, I think it's Dilemma. It's called The Social Dilemma.
Hold on.
You know, I think it's called The Social Dilemma. I could be off, but it's about the social dilemma. It's about how more people are suppressed and contemplating suicide because of they don't get the clicks, the likes, the views, or the approval from some people they don't even know. Don't even know on a phone or a screen. The movie emphasizes at the very end, you know, man, sorry, you know, spoiler warning. At the very end, that it's actually more healthier to be in reality to want to shake somebody's hand. To actually say, hey, how are you? It's nice to meet you. Common moral ethics mannerism. You know, chivalry, as we would like to say. They said that's the way that it actually heal you from that. Because you always living on this screen trying to prove something. They said get off of it and be you. Spend some days off of it.
Let me tell you
Question yourself.
Let me tell you something. And yo, I'm gonna finish up in a minute, but you know, we probably like to come back on the show again so we can have another talk on Lefty's locker room conversation, man.
Man, hey, you know how we do, brother, man.
Let me tell you something, man. You can tell us a big shift in the matrix right now because I don't even like. I'm being honest. I got a 6-hour minimum in me, maybe 7 hours top hour in me to be around people. I can't be around people before I start getting irritated, catch an attitude, or you know, just be a little standoffish. I really only got 5 hours in me, but work while I'm stepping out to I got 6 hours in me to deal with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm really alone. I'm really alone other than that. I think better about myself. I move better. I spend less money. You know what I'm saying? I'm more creative. You know what I'm saying? And when I wanna, you know, insert myself in activities or be around, then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll just be with the family or
Mm-hmm.
with y'all, or you know what I'm saying? I'll pick and choose. But some people
Oh,
won't really be able to identify that. They'll say something wrong with you. You're mad all the time. Something you're mad, or you know
oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hey, man. In my circle, bruh, in my real circle, there's about like 4 people I could call where I can have these kind of conversations that me and you have. And I'm talking about 4. And I'm talking about when we strive, we build, we remind each other of these righteous things as a man to hold. We uplift, we uplift each other with our marriages. We take business ventures together and
Mm,
we like
I
do it.
like that.
And one I want to just expose because we on the topic of this thing about love and you know this whole connection thing and people. Got a project coming out July. And going back to the music, because we know music deals with influence, heavy influence. And I had a such and such label that's outside the states saying, hey, we need y'all to put this message out. We'll even fund you and back you and sign you. It's a little indie label, but just the respect that they have for, yo, put the message out because it's needed. They concerned about the influence. This is what I'm talking about right now. And the project is called Love and War.
Mm.
Coming from, just
No, no,
I
no.
ain't gonna
Go ahead and
spoil.
promote it. Go ahead and promote it. We here. I got 5 minutes. We here.
All right,
Promote it.
all right. So the project is gonna be about what it's like as a black man to actually grow up in America, in the ghettos, to actually be on a journey to understanding what love is, love of self, what peace is, what's it like to really be a warrior. It's not just gonna be no cheesy thing like oh love and flowers. Nah, we ain't on that. No, the
Right,
real
right.
grits of what you gotta fight inside yourself and the surrounding influence. The questions that we ask ourselves that most people ask these questions. I don't care who they are. It's just some ask it out loud. Some do it in private when they smoking. You know what I mean? But it's these things, and then the love part is about what it takes to really get to that divine thing, which it says in the Bible. Every man craves to have a woman by his side, but make sure you have the right one. Don't lose that flame, because you can lose that flame to even crave a woman. You break your heart too many times, you be like, hey, I'm done, man. I don't trust none of these. You know how it go. You know
Yep.
how it go. So it's about the journeys and the lessons to get the things that are divine,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be hot. The songs, everything, we making
Oh,
sure the tone is right. Oh,
we need that.
everything, man, for
We need
real.
that. We need this. We need all this pushed out there. We need warriors. We need stronger men. I don't care about the
Yeah, for
narrative
real.
that you're trying to push out there. You know what I'm saying? I was raised. We know. We remember. If you was raised
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
beyond, you remember. You
Oh
remember
yeah,
what that old man looked like, that old woman looked like. You remember them firm ass handshakes. You remember
bruh.
going
Oh
out there
yeah.
and putting in work. You
Shake
remember
your head.
making your own money as a little nigga to fund your
Yeah,
own pocket because your moms ain't giving
bruh.
you $5 no more. You keep
Oh
asking.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't run back in my goddamn house.
Yeah.
Stop running out. So what you had to fend for yourself outside. You don't want to be in
Yeah.
the house at 8 o'clock no
Facts.
more. You want to stay outside till 12, 10 o'clock. So you
Yeah.
had to learn how to hustle outside, go out to the grocery stores and pack a couple bags. Help some people bring some stuff upstairs. You know what I'm saying? For a couple
No.
dollars. Shovel some snow off the
Facts.
floor. Stuff like that. Just learn how to hustle as a little man. They don't do that no more. These little niggas are soft.
Facts.
This nigga
That,
scared.
bruh.
This nigga
And you see
scared.
the man. You see the depression rate. You see the depression and the suicide rate. They said it's from the ages of 13 to 21 in 2025. People ain't even really began life yet, and you already thinking
So
about suicide, opting out. That's crazy.
yeah, and we're not promoting no violence amongst yourselves. We This is a very sensitive topic for anybody that's going through mental health illness and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're just talking about the new era in times as far as the people just got a little softer opposed to how we
Yeah.
came. Uh,
Yeah.
so moving on before they cancel us. Moving out the country, man. That's something I really wanted to talk about with you and what we really came here for.
That's the
Moving
golden
out the
nugget.
country and people, like I said earlier, man, we don't. A lot of people don't step out on faith because they scared or what the news or what the social media narrate, to push fear in people or not to travel or not to go see and explore. So this brother right here, man, he's like I said, he's from Chicago. He just told you his whereabouts, Indiana and Arizona and California. But now he's talking about moving out the country. He's done with America. Tell the people exactly where and why. What made you come up with a decision that's a big deal. What made you come up with
Well,
a decision to leave the country?
so this started at the age of 22. Like I said, my auntie, part of waking up to who you are, we gotta mention Africa. Come on, you a black, you a melanated soul. Let's not play dumb, man. Yeah, Africa has to come up in the conversation, and it has to be a vocal point. So, so that was at that age, and I'm talking about like we got onto, the West transatlantic slave trade routes as a young age, making me understand. I knew at one point I need to go here. I actually want to live here because I know once I started doing my research and I'm finding out all the people saying Africa's not like what you say what they say it is. I started actually reaching out to some of the Africans like, yo, tell me what's it like where you from. I don't care what country they was from. I don't care if you're from the Congo, care if you're from South Sudan, Ghana, Kenya. Please tell me about your country because I'm starting to learn to study Africa. And they be like, oh, are you now? And they started whipping it on my head, and I'm like, dang, that's one of my life destinies now. I felt it so strong. Like, the more I learned about it, the more comfortable I got here in America. That's so fact to where at the age of 31, with me and my wife, I had dreams about going. Two dreams. When she was 7 months pregnant with our daughter, two dreams about saying, hey, yo, you need to go. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break it down in detail. It was two green mountains, huge green, like in a way I never seen before. A lion face comes out the mountain, huge. Say, I'll make a covenant with you and your family. Go to Africa. The second vision, I seen me in like a nice setting, beautiful greenery scenery in Africa, chilling with some brothers and sisters, just talking about life and eating fruit. Woke my wife up, said no disrespect. I think the creator reached out to us. It's time for us to go. It's time to journey to the motherland.
Right.
And we sat in and embarked, and we was there 9 months later.
Well, 1 second now. See, Africa is real big. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So, what
Yeah.
specific part of Africa are you guys planning on setting the tribe up?
So the permanent place resident is going to be Kenya.
Kenya.
It was
Shout out
we
to
went to Ghana. Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to
Nairobi, Mombasa, Shanzu. We on our way.
Talk it.
You know what I mean? That's the whole, and that's the East Coast. That's the East Coast of Africa.
Yeah,
And
so you gotta
let me.
break these portions down because we say Africa, but Africa is real big. Bro, like,
It's
there's a lot of
54
people saying-
countries.
Exactly.
54
So,
countries.
speak
And we
on
need
some location.
and we need Egypt back too, so that's 55. So let me just give people my African introductions because when I first went, I'm with the Ghana, and that was 2 years ago. And I lived in Cape Coast in Passau, which is right around the corner from the Dungeon of No Return. It's right over there. And so I wanted to live where, I want to see this history. I want to live around the historical evidence that shows where we come from. So no one can tell me, oh, it's not like that. No, I've seen this with my eyes. So when we lived there, man, yo, shouts out to Ghana and the Ghanaians, man. In Passau. Yo,
Salute to God.
and I do not say this lightly. I found out when I lived in Ghana, I don't know what love and communal love is. It don't exist in America. No shade to the brothers and sisters over here. They haven't been exposed to as much evil we have. They still retain a lot of the innocence, a lot of the communal ethics, a lot of the support. That's why they take, for instance, you steal in Ghana, you be a thief. Everybody wants to bust your head. Why? Because they look at you still for one, you still for all. I don't care if you they don't even gotta know you. If they stole from you, let's get them. And the police will say you have the right to kill them if you want,
That's a fact.
because they take that serious. These are communal aspects that don't exist over here no more. Somebody steal from you, you tell another brother, hey, man, oh
You know
well,
what you're
you know
speaking on?
what
You know what you're speaking on?
I
You know what you're
mean?
speaking on that they still got and that we don't have? You speaking
What,
on that
what?
morals, ethics, foundation. They still believe
Oh
in
yeah.
stuff, you know what I'm saying? They still believe in that
Mm-hmm.
all that. So yo, I just got because I know you're busy, so I'm gonna speed it up. But outside of that, I mean, damn, like I can't imagine just going out there and just saying, yo, I'm a sheriff. So how did you get the resources, the net? Like, how did you network? How did you actually get in positions to say, you know what, this how I'm gonna do it? I come back to America and I'm able to trust these people with whatever I got going to, make this transition back and forth until I'm able to, cross that line and stay here.
So I was able in my journeys when I got to Africa. I was already doing pre YouTube, which actually I'm about to be monetized in like a couple days, man. Shouts out to everybody who still watch my YouTube. I ain't even uploaded an episode in like 2 years. I'm about to be monetized. Yeah. Blissfully executed Exodus. Anyway, during the time when I went over there, man, I was running around making my connections. That's on and off for YouTube because I put myself in a state of learning as a student. You know what I mean? Teach me. I'm not from over here. I'll teach you about America. I'll tell you the deception and the depths of that. And I'll tell you the love that you will find with a few over there, a chosen few. But I was in more of a student. So in the aspects of Cape Coast and Passam, first off, I was living right next door to a village. Kids was coming over my house every day. One boy said, "Let me teach you how to garden." From that, he said, "I want you to meet my grandfather." From that, the grandfather said, "Let me take you and introduce you to a chief." From that, the chief took me in to meet somebody in Abra, which is the main market shop. And this woman, she said, "You know what? What you are doing, you're setting up a righteous foundation that you are representing Ghana in a positive aspect." She said, not in an aspect of just coming here to find the big houses and the cars like a typical YouTuber. This is where all the rich people stay at. Man, it was more about, man, really finding out the groundwork, figuring out how things really work over here. Because I did that, they had such a found respect for me. When I would walk around, people stopped trying to charge me extra for the fruits and the vegetables. They said he's actually one of us. He's actually not our brony. Brony means white man. Yeah, they feel like you still a white man. So when I'm going around and Cape Coast, y'all ain't the capital. Accra is the capital, but I was in Cape Coast predominantly. As I'm going around Cape Coast, man, you start to understand that Ghana, and I know this is actually most African countries because I've been to Morocco too. It's kind of the same way that you advance based off respect. I respect you, I connect you. Don't respect you, your name, it's done. Your name and your character, who you are, that holds weight over there. If your name is shady, they not turning you on to nothing. Bruh, for case in point, told them I did music. I'm on a YouTube episode. Somebody's like, "Hey, I heard you did music." I was like, "Yeah." Yo, you mind if we take you to the primetime radio station? You meet the DJ and then you go on tour with a couple of our artists. You hear that, bruh? You know how hard it is to get a primetime radio station interview in America, let alone go on tour? Bruh,
You
all
gotta be one of
because
them. Yeah.
all because of respect. Ain't even
Yeah.
heard the music. Didn't even hear the music.
Yeah.
Just cause they respect. And as I started to sow these seeds, we go into looking into land acquisitions. one guy become a chief said, "Hey yo, because you do YouTube and I like how you do it." At that time, he said, "Hey, I'll give you some land." He said, I want to actually help you because what you're trying to do is promote the wellness of Africa. If you promote one country, you promote the whole thing, which is 54 countries. It's 54. And they take that as, yo, you my brother. They see brothership and friendship as, like I said, it goes back again to respect. because I started to do that, bro, this is how the creator work. On my second episode, somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, yo, can you be an editor for my channel?" Started paying me to edit stuff. My boy KH2 had a documentary he was shooting called I think it's the Land of Gold, which is about the slavery, about the transatlantic slave trade. Yo, he put me on. He said, "I put you on the movie credits." A big movie production dude. This dude makes big movies in Ghana that lands on Netflix. Just because you real and you sincere and you about what you say. And it got to a point I was looking at how my wife moved, how the women gravitated to her with no jealousy and envy. Said, "We love you. We glad you're here." Feeling on her hair. This is beautiful. More than one. It was like 5 or 7. Can we
Yeah.
teach you how to wrap your baby around your back so you don't carry her? Your arms
Wow.
get heavy. Let me show you how to do the wrapper.
Wow.
Bruh. Crazy. Crazy, man. And it hit me at that point. This is where I need to live for the rest of my life because I got so many good connections there. It's
Yeah.
crazy. The brother, if you go to some of my YouTube videos, anybody who was in my YouTube video, man, I'm still in talks with these people to this very day from Africa. When you coming back?
So yo, you see the you see you know what? So that leads
Hey,
up to my next question of me saying, you
wait,
know,
I got a question for you though, brother. You went to Jamaica, right?
I went to Cancun,
Cancun.
Cancun,
How was that
Mexico.
when how was that when you stepped out the country to
That
Cancun?
was my first time ever stepping out the country. Shouts out to Johnny Blaze.
Yo, shouts out to Johnny Blaze.
I would have never went out the country if it wasn't for him because my man's was getting married. This is the same guy I told you that I go for spiritual healing in Carolinas. He
Yeah,
was saying he was getting married, went there as a groomsman. First time stepping out the country. So when I got there, just like you said, everybody treats you. It's like I felt like I was famous. It's like they
yeah,
rolled out the
bruh,
carpet. It's like everything is
bruh.
the food. We ain't gonna talk about we ain't gonna talk about the food as far as the
Oh,
difference.
please.
As
Yeah,
far as the
the
difference,
different.
how we know that we're eating toxic bullshit out here. The
Man,
orange juice
it's.
didn't even taste the same.
Whew, bruh.
Let me tell you how I know it's poison. When I sip on the orange juice, I thought I'm not the orange juice, the apple juice. I thought something
Mm-hmm.
was wrong with the apple juice. Because it just tastes so bland and like no sugar. I'm like, what the fuck? I put it to the side like something was wrong with it. I had to call my mom. I was like, yo. She said, nah, you just don't got all that glucose and fruit, syrup and just all that stuff that you got in America in it. That's why it tastes
It's
the way it
real
tastes.
authentic. It's the real thing.
That's a
It's
fact.
the
So
real
like you said,
thing.
the people, the food, it's so embracing. So I can only imagine when I do take that trip to the Caribbean, Africa, any city in Africa, you know what I'm saying? How crazy it'll be.
Yeah, and you know, I think it's so important that if a person don't plan on going there to live, like because I plan on going here to live and conduct business, do everything over there. It's to a point where you got to make it a chance to just to go see, go get that exposure to where you from, because
Actually,
a Chinese man eventually goes back to visit China. The Japanese eventually go back to visit Japan if they born over here.
yep.
Everybody's endorsed to go see their roots, but over here we've been plugged into this frequency of, oh, I heard they got big bellies. Oh, I heard they starving. They live in huts and teepees. I heard they don't like American. All this stuff. Go watch the movie Belly. Look at the end how Nas and them was craving to go back to Africa. The self-empowerment books that, and like I said, if you literally on that path to really know who you are, it's going to touch for you to go back home. And
And you
and
know
I
what?
do get mad at some of our leaders that just sideswipe Africa. You can't even do that. Dr. Umar, he just went over there. He said, "Yo, this is pinnacle of happiness for the black man and the black woman." He
Yeah,
said,
I
if you
heard
come
Ghana is
back to,
giving out. I heard Ghana is giving out free citizenship to people, you know, to Americans. You
bro,
go out there,
hey,
free citizenship.
yeah, if you need that, I can plug you into the source that can get you that.
That's a fact.
Just let me know
We gonna
if you
talk.
need that. If you, yeah, yeah,
We gonna talk. And, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and because once I start getting brain, what does that call it? What they call that? Then that means we
yeah,
done talked about enough.
yeah, yeah.
And man, this was a great. First off, Let's drop one of those. One of I'm say funk flex bombs for my boy Danielle, brother Danielle. You know, this was a good. This was one of the first interviews that I actually had somebody come on and like talk this type of talk. You know, all the other interviews.
Yo,
If you just check it out, it's on Spotify, or you know, this gonna be saved to your phone too when we get off. Just let it.
yeah. So
Let
I'll
it
be able to go
load up.
check out the other episodes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but you gotta check those out on Spotify. But this one
Okay,
right
okay,
here, that we're
okay.
actually recording, when I turn it off, you're gonna see on your end of the phone the video loading. That's your copy.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Hey,
But
can you
yo,
send me the Spotify link so I can share it to a couple people? Cause
yeah,
in about a month or two, that's when I'm gonna start posting back on Facebook and everything with new YouTube episodes, getting everything
oh,
back in full swing.
hey
And I
yo,
wanna be able to share this to people, man,
I got you.
and
Say
share
no
your
more.
stuff.
I'm gonna send that shit tonight. And one more thing,
Okay,
man.
okay.
Whenever you get free time, I would love for you to come back on so we can have these talks. Maybe some we need to have these type of talks again. Outside of
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
we talk about, just pushing the empowerment, pushing black power, pushing more warriors in the community, more
bro.
black
Let's
warriors,
do it.
strong people,
Let's
you know what I'm saying? We need that. So
let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
end it. And once again,
And
salute to you, salute to your family, salute to the gods, man. And thank you
hey
again.
man, hey yo, thank you for the privilege, man. Hey yo, what you doing, man, is empowering the people. Takes courage, it takes ambition. Hey, you have my utmost respect. You have the flowers, you have the roses, you have the respect of my wife, my children, anybody that's of me. They're gonna have to respect you, man, for real, because what you're doing is commendable, man. And that's not a word that we hear a lot no more, my brother.
Once again, once I stop the video, just don't exit out or nothing. Just let it load up. You gonna see it loading up on your end.
Okay, all right, brother.
Peace.
Peace, man.